Yo, all right, I'm back. I'm just gonna go over a few things that have to be done in the front here. So the turbo's mounted. The rad needs mounted. Ins and outs need designed. I need a wastegate. I need a muffler. I need a full exhaust. I need a wideband bung for my O2 sensor. Since I've got all these things to do, I need to make sure everything is going to fit. So here's my rad. I got a really small Honda 98 Civic rad. Honda Life, Honda Gang, Chaufeel. I got my little ass muffler here, and I'm probably gonna be putting it right about here. My goal is to keep it all in the front here, not have to go all the way back to the back bumper for the exhaust. Put the muffler here, go out the side, be done with it. It'd be sick. I know it's gonna be a lot more crammed in here, but that's kind of the goal too, because it's harder. And I've never seen somebody have a muffler in the front of their car, like in their engine bay, so I'm just like, whatever, I'm just gonna do it. Anyways, so I'm thinking exhaust wastegate here. So I'm gonna have to bring a pipe around to a wastegate, rad here, and then dump down here with muffler. So I'm gonna put the rad here first just to make sure everything's gonna stay cool for him. That's the most important thing, is keeping my engine cool for sure. We've already got the cool intake temps for this bad boy. Come over here, you. Okay. This is a huge rad. JK, it's small as hell. Just gonna throw you there. And this is where I was thinking of putting my rad. Right there. Right about there. She's still in her new packaging, but that's fine. Got to keep her fresh for when I first drive it. But right now I'm close to my turbo compressor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to notch a piece down here so I can get the rod a little bit lower. So I'm not going to have any fitment issues with my turbo, because that's my baby right there. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this bracket out that I don't need anymore because it doesn't have this cross rad brace anymore. And then I'm gonna notch down here and we should be Gucci. Okay, I got my rad in exactly where I want it, and there's a mounting bolt here on the rad, right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld a piece to my cross brace and put a hole in it so I can bolt this up to a factory spot on the rad. And I'm gonna do the same on this one. So then it'll have two mounts, and then I'm gonna have to put one up here too, because there is a threaded one at the top here too. Sorry, it's just packed up. So I'm gonna put one there, and then I can run these hoses, then I can start on my other pipes. And I just ordered a 12-inch fan, so I've got a little fan that's gonna be going in here on the inside. I wanted it on this side, but it's too tight and it'll obstruct some air going through when I'm going 200 on the freeway. Okay, I got this little vibrating saw. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. But I'm just gonna vibrate this guy out and vibrate all the top stuff out too, if I can. I had to take off the bumper to get these spots because my tool wasn't long enough. So I'm gonna have to just go in from the bottom here and get her. Okay, I got the bumper off again. I made a couple marks because I want the rad to come in further that I'm gonna cut out. And I'm also gonna cut out a little bit here so the air goes up a little bit. And my bumper's cut out, but I want to cut out more because there's these pieces that were there and I don't want to see that. So I'm just gonna cut about an inch out so you can't see these black spots, so. All right, I got the cut all smoothed out with a sander, so I'm good there. But I've really noticed that the lip I've got on the front isn't in good shape. Like, whoever painted it painted over like chips, like hardcore. So what I'm gonna do is pull that off, and I'm gonna paint it black eventually, but I'm just pulling it off now so I do it, because if I don't, I'm never gonna do it. So I'm gonna take off all these 10 mils and then pop out these plastic clips, and it should pop off. Okay, I pulled off the GS lip. Very rare, very expensive lips, and unfortunately mine is a little bit cracked, but it can be fixed, obviously. But yeah, I took it off to get all this shit out. Like, that's really bad. Somebody painted over a bunch of stuff. I don't know what it was, rock chips or whatever, but I'm gonna sand it down and then paint them black just to give it a little bit of a different color, I guess, and look better than that crap. But yeah, the bumper is pretty mint, so I just wanted to take it off so I know I'm gonna do it later, because if I don't, I won't, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I just decided I'm going to sand and paint my OEM GS lip right now, because it looks stupid without it. Really stupid without it, and it bothers me. So I'm just gonna do it, get it over with, and do a quick time lapse. I'm gonna triple speed it up, you know, just get it over with. Got the bottom of the left side primed and the whole right side primed. So now I just gotta go back and forth from the car in that room and just get these done. While I'm waiting for my lip to dry, I'm going to cut this pipe along here down to the end and then push it back together and re-weld it, because this is a 1/2 inch pipe and these are 1.25 inches. So I'm gonna downsize it until it's just a little bit larger, 1.25 inches, then bead roll it with I'm just gonna put a bead on the outside. And I'm gonna see if I can make something work. Might as well. Okay, I'm gonna measure the total OD here, which is 1.5. Now I'm gonna pinch it together after I cut it and measure. It's hard to do with 2 hands, only 2 hands. Okay, I got 1/8 of an inch, so I need to cut more. Okay, I'm gonna measure it again. I cut it, so what are we? I just compressed it, and that's gonna get me down to 1 3/8 inches. So I'm gonna just try it. I'm just gonna weld it and see if I can get it popped in the other rubber. And after sanding it smooth, it fits right in. All right, I got my lip primed. So now I'm just gonna lay some black paint on it, just some crap I found laying around. Not bad for a first coat. It covered right up. One more coat and they should be all good. The reason why I'm kind of waiting on putting the lip on is because when I'm setting up my rad, my lip's gonna be covering my rad, and I want my rad to be not seen underneath the lip because that doesn't look too amazing. So I want to make sure it's in the right spot before I make my mounts and all that. But I'm gonna get a start on making my mounts and drilling holes in places I need to for making these mounts. I'm gonna make them all bolt in and stuff. So, but yeah, that piece I made for here in the meantime is gonna work, I'm pretty sure. These clamps are amazing. I got them on Amazon, and you can literally tighten them as hard as you can with a flat screwdriver and it won't strip these pieces. I was impressed. I think they're gonna hold like really, really well. Anyways, I'm gonna make some of those brackets. Okay, my lip is drying, so in the meantime I'm gonna cut some more metal for the brackets for the rad, but I can't set it up till then, so I'm just gonna cut it as much as I can. Okay, I got a couple pieces cut, so now I can kind of figure out what I'm gonna do. So I've got a mount here. So I'm gonna just bend something up and make a hole for a bolt, and then just figure out where I want to be, and I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna throw the lip on. Seems like they're dry enough. Should be good. I'm just gonna flip this guy upside down. And that might be easier to put this lip on. That looks so much better. It was really bothering me. Like, I couldn't even work on this car without fixing that. I don't know why. I was just so bothered by it. But yeah, it looks much better. Now I can continue with the rad, see what kind of height I can get while having it covered. So I'll check that out. Okay, I got 3 brackets cut out. I'm gonna do my best to not weld anything to the car. I'm gonna try and do everything in a nut and bolt fashion. For this mount right here, my plan is to have the hole in there drilled in, and then have an L bracket that gets screwed into here, which were the existing welds on the rad support. So it'll be reusing the same thing for the same reason. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. And then there's one at the bottom right there, and there's a hole that I can maybe use. So I can go from here and then bracket to there and have it all just bolt and unbolt. Over here, I'm gonna have to bracket it up to there. There's a little hole right there. All right, I got her zip tied into place. Oh, and by the way, I did a search through my shop, and I found a whole bunch of pieces for my cold pipes. This one is brand new. This one's used, but I can sand and polish that baby up, but that looks nasty. Anyways, moving on. I need room for a 12-inch fan, so I need to make sure I'm not gonna get in the way of things, right? So. Okay, I got my rad zip tied in right now, so I can kind of figure out where I'm gonna put the rad. The only issue I've got right now is I don't have the fan. And I know the fan can't go on the front here, so it's gonna have to go in the back. And it says it's 2.5 inches high, but I don't know when it starts going down to the rad, like the fan, because it's the middle will be the highest point. So I'm not sure. I almost have to wait until I get my fan. So I hate to say it, but I might have to just move on with something else tomorrow. So But that's where I'm thinking my rad's gonna go. Right now I'm in like such a awkward standstill because I don't know if I want to make brackets because I might have to move them later. I'm not sure. Sometimes I just need to walk away and then the next day I have an idea or whatever. So I'll come back tomorrow, probably a little hungover, going Oktoberfesting, but you know what it is, gotta keep playing. Today's the new day. I'm hungover. I changed some settings on my camera. I'm trying to get the car to look more red. It's looking orange on the camera to me. Anyways, compared to my phone. So, yeah, last night I went Oktoberfesting, so I'm a little bit rough today. You can hear it in my voice from yelling so much. But, yeah, I'm gonna start making brackets. That won't stop me having 10 beers, you know? Gotta keep trucking. I just tried putting a bracket on, and it seems like if I twist the bracket that I made, which is a flat piece of steel, I'll be able to bolt in here and bolt in there with it twisted because it's not straight. So I'd have to bend it so it'll go into there. But I'm gonna try it. Just bent this piece up a little bit. I'm gonna try it. And I bent it the wrong way. Fantabulous. Bent her up. Mocking up. And that's looking like it's gonna work. First shot. Okay, I'm gonna put holes, make marks and put holes in it and see how that's gonna work. I got a hole in it. I'm gonna try it out with one bolted in and then I can mark the other one. Okay. Screwing in. Opening it up. And there. I'm gonna have to make a mark after I tighten it up. Got it bolted in, now it's on, so I can mark it from the other side and then make my hole. There we go. Gonna try it. All right, she's bolted on. Get some light in there. It's actually very solid. And I've only got one mount on, so I've got at least 2 more to make, and it'll be probably very solid. Okay, I'm gonna have a bracket bolted from here to here, and I'm gonna have to bend it up. Not a problem. I got a nice little bend in her. Looking sweet. Now I have to bend this piece a little bit sideways. I had to bend her right up, but I'll fix it up and make it look a little bit better, but that's gonna be the angle I need. So I'm gonna do a cut, and then I can drill 2 holes, then clean this bad boy. Okay, I cut my bracket. It's at the proper length. Now I just need to make 2 holes, and this puppy's done too. I'm just gonna bolt the one end up quick that I put a hole in, and then figure out where the other hole's going. Now I've just got to make a bend on that clothesline and then make a hole. Then it should be good. Got my hole in a bend and I'm gonna give her a shot. Okay, I got her bolted in and it's looking awesome. So I got my bolt in there into the rad, which is a mount that's factory on the rad. Then I have a bolt that bolts into a factory bolt that's on my car. Same with this. And it's looking awesome. It's looking level, all that good stuff. Yes, it does sit on an angle, but that's the only way I can make it fit, and it actually does look badass like that. So I have one more to do. I've got one more down there, so I'm gonna go into this hole right there, and then put the mount into the bottom right there. She's hard to see, but she's down there. Actually, on this one, I decided I'm going to use that bolt hole. So I had to bend it up. It was actually bent down for some reason. But I'm going to have to go over this way and then go back up. So that'll be interesting. I've got a square piece here, and I'm just going to bend up halfway. and that should do the trick. I got the last one on, and she is very, very sturdy. That was like me pushing very, very hard. I don't even have the bottom one tight yet. But yeah, so it's gonna work mint. I'm gonna take them off and paint them up. Okay, here's my 3 brackets. I'm going to sand them up and paint them, and then tomorrow I'll be able to paint them. Okay, here's my 3 brackets for this rad. Yeah, I only did 3 because that's all I really could do, because the one part of the rad is not near any steel, but that's fine. 3 was plenty. I could literally push back and forth with probably 20-30 pounds of force and it wouldn't move at all. So yeah, this one got a little bit intricate. I had to like bend it around some stuff, but we got her done, and now I just got to paint this stuff up and we're gonna be good for the rad. I'm going to prime them and then paint them. You don't need to see that. I'll just show you the end result in the next video. Okay, I got my rad brackets all primed up. Now it's time to paint them black. Then they'll be good to go on the car tomorrow. Okay, my brackets are done, so I can install them on my rad. All right, the rad is in. Brackets are all painted, installed, all that good stuff. Now I'm going to install all the hose clamps on it so we don't have any leaks and I don't have to even look at it later because it'll all be done. I've got that one on, and these 2 just have 2-3 more to do. And then I'm gonna pull off this bubble wrap and we'll see how she looks. Boom! Look at that. Finally took the packaging off of it and it is looking sick. That's awesome. Big old Turbski, big old aluminum rad. All routed nice. Routed nice again. Also today I did my cold pipes for the intake. I just had some stuff laying around, cut, and then did just like a straight connector in there, and looks clean. I think it's gonna not be in the way of the distributor. We'll see. But I really wanted to make sure I had or have the right couplers, because they are very expensive. Number one, they're like 30 bucks a piece. Number two, they take 3 weeks or so to come in. So that's always important when you're boosting a car, is to find out what couplers you need. It's good to buy a kit. I never buy a kit. I just have a whole bunch of used stuff that I buy off of people for dirt cheap. But it's really optimal to have the setup, because you could have the car running and everything, all the hot pipes, all the intercooling ran, except you just don't have the couplers. It's important to get them because it take a long time to come in. Like a lot of all this stuff, like my rad was next day shipping because of Amazon. These awesome flexible hoses, they're great. I use them on all my cars. That's next day shipping too. You know what I mean? Like, this is the only issue with boosting a car, is finding that stuff and injectors and fuel pump, because that stuff can take a little bit to come in. But yeah, I'm on my way out the door with this fab stuff. Tomorrow I'm going to make my exhaust from my downpipe here, and then the episode after that will be the wastegate. So lots to come, guys. It's freaking sweet looking. It's gonna work. I've got so much time and thought into everything. Like, now everything's cut out to flow better with the bumper. Actually, I'm gonna throw that on quick. Boom again, looking sick. Looks awesome with the bumper on too. So yeah, this has got all cut out. I cut it out so it flows better. Up here is gone. So I've got lots of cooling going on, which is great. And it looks a lot different. I'm gonna have to grow on that look because the rad's on the right, but I'm sure once everything's tied in and the car's buffed and looking shiny, everything's just gonna work and it's gonna look like a race car, which it is. All right, guys. So that's it for today. And the next episode that's coming out is gonna be fire. Trust me, I'm making the sickest downpipe, the sickest exhaust system. It's going to be sick. Little did you know, it's already done. But I made a different video for all the small stuff that I've needed taken care of, like the rad sport, bumper, intake, cold pipes, blah, 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 blah. So this is just a filler episode just to get all my little stuff out of the way, and then the really interesting stuff is going to be in the next episode. You better watch it. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.